Sure. Got it. Good. All right. Good morning. My name is Barbara Ann Sharon, and you're on the edge. And this is where we talk about the latest trends and topics in learning and development. And with me here today, I'm so excited, is Susan Maggetti of Maggetti Consulting and Coaching. Thank you so much, Susan, for being here today with me.
Thanks for having me, Barbara Ann. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. I know that you're an expert in so many different areas, and you've got such a thriving practice as well. I'm curious, though, I've heard a lot about this concept of using disc through the birds. So can you tell me a little bit about what the birds are?
Sure. Yeah. In my opinion, it is a really fun and easy to remember way to experience the DISC program. Or even if you've gone through a DISC program in the past, I think it's a nice way just to add on and enhance through the birds. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of my bird friends. So you've got your dominant eagles, right? And they're very action oriented. They are going to stop at nothing to achieve their goals. Then you've got your influencers, which are now your parrots through the bird language, and those are those positive, vibrant, energetic people who are really going to bring some depth to your conversations and a little bit of fun. And then you also have your doves, who are those very supportive, very stable, great listeners, those team members you can really lean on. And then finally, you have your owls, the conscientious owls. They're very observant, they're very logical, and very systematic. So the report itself gives you some very beautiful images and some great descriptions of all of the birds to make them easy to remember.
Wow, that does seem so much easier to remember, because I know in so many other assessments that we work with, you have to remember your letters or your colors, whatever. But I love the way that you've just even described it when you think about the parrot being very vibrant and very kind of having that personality and so forth. So why do you think, just generally speaking, it's important for people to know their style?
I think self-awareness, first of all, is critical for your success. And this is a piece of self-awareness. How do I show up? What are my strengths that I'm bringing to a team? As a leader, what strengths am I bringing into the organization? And then the opposite of that is, where are there areas where I may not be as strong? So, where might I need to lean in? So I always say I've got good owl friends. As a parrot, I know that I am better served if I partner with a parrot, if I partner with an owl, excuse me, for things that are more detail related. If I want that output to be perfect and as great as it can be, I may not be able to get it there, but if I partner with an owl friend, we are going to make amazing things happen.
Wow. So we're going to have all bird friends around us, and we're going to have just a great experience with that. That alone just makes so much sense, especially in today's environment where we're trying to build these great teams. My guess is that you want to have all different birds around the table, right?
Yeah, diversity matters from style perspective as well. I say your flock, right? So looking around and knowing who's on your flock is really important. What are the strengths that are sort of the collective from a flock standpoint? Also knowing your style and knowing other people's style, right, gives you that opportunity to know where you might need to flex for them, to put them into their home style is the word that we use, or their comfort zone, if you will. So what's their preferred energy level, communication style? It breaks down barriers, it minimizes conflict that might come up, and it just increases that level of understanding and appreciation across teams. I know I work with a lot of teams that are hybrid now or working remotely, and this is a great tool to give you that shortcut to understanding the people that you're working with. And you may not see them all the time, but you're going to understand them a little bit better, and you're going to feel that deeper level of connection, which is so important on teams.
Yeah. So this sounds so super exciting. How difficult is it to actually take the assessment, and what's all involved in doing that?
Yeah, it's not difficult at all. It probably takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete. And listen, you already know the answers. So it's not like a test, right? You're just going to go with your gut instinct, thinking about what it is, from the scale standpoint, what represents you the most. The thing I really like about this assessment too is it gives you 3 graphs, if you will, and it gives you 3 results in a sense: who I am naturally, which is kind of the who I am when I roll out of bed, but then it also gives me the adaptive style. So who might I be adapting to be in the workplace? A lot of assessments don't always give you that look at maybe who you are, your home self versus your work self. This one does, and then it gives you the average of all 3 in that 3rd graph. So it's nice to have that level of data when you're kind of thinking about different styles and how people show up. The other thing too that's nice is that they've got additional assessments. So they've got the Chameleon Leadership Assessment, which is fantastic for your leaders to build upon this and to know how their team is hardwired. Imagine being able to get more out of your people because you know what they need and you have it right there in front of you in a report. There's also a conflict assessment, but really understanding your style and your approach to conflict. And then their newest one is emotional intelligence, which I cannot say enough about. It's really, really done quite well, very easy to understand and connect with. And it's a nice, again, opportunity to build upon the bird knowledge.
Wow, that sounds exciting. It sounds like there's some future conversations we can have about the other tools as well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Susan. I just wanted to get just a little bit of insight around the birds because I've heard so much about it, and it sounds like such a fascinating as well as just kind of invigorating tool that all people should have either for their own awareness and development as well as you look at the flock. So thank you so much. All
You're
right,
welcome.
I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.